What's up, everybody? Squirrel Man's back again. Sitting here in Tennessee by myself. I only got a few more days left. I'm pretty sure I'm going home, and this will probably be the last time I come out. Doesn't mean my channel's gonna disappear though. I wanted to talk about was the newer generation of drivers, especially the young ones, and not even just the young ones. It's just the ones that just got into driving. I can't hate on all of you, but there are so many of you that are just fucking worthless. So many of you that are just fucking assholes. You really give the truck driving life a bad name. There's a lot of people that really admire truck drivers. There's a lot of little kids, little boys that they see the trucks and they're like, man, that's so cool, and I was like that when I was a little kid. You see the big Peterbilt with the big square nose going down the road and the big stacks, and you're like, man, that's so fucking cool, man, I want to do that one day. And those people are still out there, and we love you and we appreciate you because you keep the dream alive, right? Because there's only a few jobs in this country that this country can absolutely not do without to sustain its economy, and that's truckers. Truckers is like the number one thing. If you didn't have truckers, you got no economy, right? But I wanted to talk about this douchebag that backed into me this morning. I was shocked, man. I was shocked. Let me tell you something, y'all, for you new drivers or any driver, I don't care how long you've been driving. If you hit another truck, if you hit another driver, get out and say something to them. Get out and say you're sorry. Look at the damage. Take some pictures. Take pictures of everything, right? But say something to him. This guy, you know what he did? I couldn't believe it. And I don't feel sorry for him, not even one bit. He hit my truck, and then he acted like it was just no big thing, right? I'm like, are you fucking serious, dude? Really? Did this just fucking happen to me? I'm walking out of the warehouse. I'm getting ready to unload my truck, right? And this dude backs in, swipes right off the front of my truck, right? It wasn't even that bad. It was scratches, but it's the fact that he didn't get out and say nothing. He didn't even admit that he did anything wrong. And it's like it was just no big thing to him, dude. I'm like, dude, you really think that I'm just gonna let you fuck up my truck and I'm just not gonna say anything? Are you crazy? This ain't my truck. This is a company truck. They see that shit, I'm gonna get fucking blamed for it, right? I'm not paying for that shit, and it's not coming on my record. Fuck you. I don't care about you. I care about myself, right? So I'm telling you, if this happens, doesn't matter what the driver does. Always take pictures. So I immediately take out my phone and start taking pictures of his truck. All his numbers, DOT numbers, plate numbers, everything, right? And within 2 seconds, I got everything that I need. I don't need to talk to him, right? So I call my dispatch and I call the accident people, and I tell them what happened, and I'm like, I'm shocked this guy didn't even get out and say anything, like it was just no big deal. And he's looking at me like, what, dude? This ain't a big deal, man. I'm like, bro, you realize what you just did? You just committed a hit and run is what you did. It doesn't matter how big or small the damage was. You just committed a hit and run. And you know what's going to happen? In a week or so, he's going to get a phone call from his boss, say, hey, you need to come and sit in the office, or he's gonna get called by the safety guy, and they're gonna fire him, and then he's gonna lose his fucking CDL eventually. Guarantee it. And I'm like, bro, how fucking dumb do you have to be? All you had to do was get out and say something, and then call your company and tell them what happened. I guarantee you he didn't call his company and tell them what happened. I'm like, how fucking incompetent do you have to be? You just spent all that time and money getting your CDL and getting a job, and I hope he doesn't have any kids, because God forbid kids find out how fucking incompetent he is. And what's the funniest fucking part about it is, for the rest of his life, he's gonna blame me, like I did something wrong. I'm like, no, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not here to teach you common sense. I'm not here to teach you how to be a grown fucking man. That's your fucking job. That was your parents' job. It's your fault that you're an incompetent asshole, right? So don't look at me. And for every driver out here, cover your fucking ass, because nobody else will if you don't. I guarantee it. And that everybody's phone has a camera on it, man, nowadays. So it's not like you can come out here and do anything and get away with it. And for you fucking assholes out there that think you can do that shit, I guarantee you got another thing coming. Because if it's me, just like I just told you, I'm not going to let you walk all over me. Fuck you. I'm out here for me. I don't care about you. But that was what happened today. So I had to tell that story. And any of you don't agree with that, you're probably the same fucking asshole that would hit somebody's car and run off and leave them with the damage and the problems. And I think that's like the most cowardly bullshit thing you could do. Because I've hit other people's trucks before, like tiny little fender benders, like, you know, bumped a mirror or something. And I immediately jump out and like, dude, are you okay? Of course I know he's okay. He's in a big ass truck. It's the fact that I got out and acknowledged that I did something wrong and said I was sorry. You know, that's called being a man, taking responsibility, right? And the fact that I actually have to tell you that is really crazy. Because that's something your fucking mom and dad should teach you. It's common sense, right? And I don't know if y'all heard this, but in Arkansas, they're pulling people over at these way stations and they're asking you to read and write English. This is funny as shit. This is them cracking down on illegal immigration, right? And I would tell you, I support it. I really do. Because I see some whack ass truck drivers out here. It is scary as shit. Some of the drivers are out here. I mean, if God forbid I had kids and a wife driving around in a fucking four-wheeler and knowing that some of these retards are out here fucking driving in trucks, it's scary as shit thinking about it, right? And if you can't read and write English, if you can't read English, how the hell are you going to read a fucking road sign, right? I mean, it's scary as shit, and it's happening. It's out there all the time, and it's a double-edged sword, or it's two birds with one stone, I guess you call it. They're cracking down on immigration, right? And they're getting rid of unwanted drivers. Now, we need drivers. We need as many drivers as we can get, but that's not the kind of drivers we want out here. We want safe drivers. We want educated drivers. We want drivers with knowledge, you know, legal, safe drivers, you know? Not the kind of motherfucker that's gonna hit your truck and take off because he knows he's an illegal immigrant, right? Which happened to us, me and Biscuit. That actually happened to us in Florida. We're riding down the freaking turnpike or whatever it was, and dude bumped mirrors with us. And I'm like, hey man, do you want to pull over and talk about stuff, you know? And he just took the fuck off. I said to Biscuit, I said, I guarantee you that guy was an illegal immigrant. It was down in Miami. I said, guarantee you that guy probably didn't even have a fucking license. That's why he didn't even look at us. He just fucking hit the hammer and took the fuck off. Right? I was like, hey, he just did you a favor though, because now you don't have to make a fucking report about it, and now it's not your fault. Even though it was his fault, sort of. I don't know, it's up for debate. Like, I was in the passenger side watching it, but I was like, I don't give a shit, because now we know for sure it's not your fault because he took off. Anyway, those are the days. So, anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, especially about the current climate of truck drivers, man, because I would tell you, if you're thinking about getting in a truck in, I don't want to tell you not to, but I sure as shit wouldn't. Because the trucker's dream is slowly getting shit on every day by these little fucking twerpy motherfucking drivers that are just, they suck. I saw a video just last night of this dickhead that parked in the fucking fuel aisle, took his whole break in there, and the guy gets out and confronts him. He's like, you're a fucking asshole. You know, and this happens all the time. Don't take your break in the goddamn fuel aisle. You know, you're just a piece of shit if you do that, right? Pull the fuck up to the line. That's what he was trying to tell him. Pull up to the fucking line. Don't sit there. Like, at least let me get my fucking gas. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're just a fucking asshole. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Common sense ain't common.